Hi, my name is Minna Pallari. Um, I'm actually from Rovaniemi, Finland. Been living here in Oulu for about 15 years, and I'm here presenting Oulu Pride RY, that is organizing the Oulu Pride event, and I'm the chair of that organization. The Oulu Pride was founded in 2018 in the fall, after the 2018 Pride event that was organized initially by Oulun SETA. This is the ILGA of Oulu, and at that time we discussed that it would be beneficial and to allow the Pride events to grow, to have a separate organization dedicated for organizing Oulu Pride. We have a small but active bunch. We have about 30 members in the Oulu Pride RY itself, but our sister organization Oulun SETA has much more. I think about 200 or something. I feel that even in Finland there are still some inequality why we are organizing these events, and these are to celebrate the diversity of and equality of marginalized gender and sexual representation. As one example why Pride is still important is the trans issues in Finland, and although we get already the Marriage Equality Act, but the trans issues are still lagging behind and have been for many years. Well, I feel that I I present my part by being in this organization and bringing these issues up. And I feel that every single person that is in this community somehow presents us as a whole. So I'm not saying that I'm any leader for us, but I say that I will try to be as an example.
This is really nice here in Finland that in the workplace you're more or less secure, that the companies are having those LGBT plus or diversity inclusion policies and people are well welcomed. But we have to remember about teenagers, that they are bullying each other, right? The LGBT plus community, I don't know how teenagers community looks here, but in Poland it's not so safe environment yet. And let's remember that all those Muslim, all those not white kids are coming back homes, and they are able to talk with their parents. Hey, mom, they were calling me like that, and help me, please. And those kids are able to talk with their parents, and those teenagers who are LGBT plus and they are not out, they are not even able to talk to their parents, and this is very sad sometimes. I don't know what is the rating of suicides here in Finland for teenagers, but in Poland it's rising and rising right now. And every single year we hear about young gay or young trans person who just jumping from a bridge or using, a rope to hang themselves. This is because of the, the society and parents were responsible to support their kids. But sometimes they are kicking out the kids. I remember one of the first meeting in one of the LGBT plus organizations in Poland, in Wrocław, Breslau, and I was so proud. I was so happy that I am there, and I was so out because my company IBM was supporting us, and then we were introducing us. Uh, uh, we were introducing each others, and um, and people were telling from which companies they are, what they are doing, and I was telling, hi, I'm Kai from IBM. I'm leading LGBT plus employee resource group or business resource group. And person next to me said, hi, I am Michał, for example. I'm 18 and my parents just kicked me out from my home. How you can be a parent, not supportive parent, and kicking out your own kiddo because he's gay or lesbian or trans. I cannot imagine that. And people are saying that they are Christians and they are doing that because I'm Christian and I cannot be with my son, but God says that the mercy should be present and love to another person. I cannot imagine that, especially in a Christian country, that still people are kicking out kids, and we have to open hostels or shelters for such homeless young people in Poland to support them. This is very sad. I hope the situation is not like that here in Finland. I am not aware yet, but I hope it's much better here.
To bring those kind of different kind of sexualities up and showing that these are different, but these are like normal.
Tänään Pride-kulkuessa me marssimme ihmisoikeuksien toteutumisen puolesta, kaikkien niiden puolesta, joita on tänään kenties pelottanut tulla ulos. Marssimme osoittaaksemme, ettei vihalla voiteta kansanvaltaa ja ettei pelolla voi hallita. Marssimme näyttääksemme, että silloin kun ihmisoikeuksia, demokratiaa ja oikeusvaltiota uhataan, on tehokkain vastauksemme vaalia entistä huolellisemmin ihmisoikeuksia, vankistaa demokratiaa ja voimistaa oikeusvaltiota.
I'm married to my beautiful wife, Sanna, and she is the best person in my life. I was quite I accepted my bisexuality quite early on, so I really didn't decide that I would want to marry a woman. It just came to be for myself that I fell deeply in love, and she proposed me on the stage of a nightclub, and when one of our songs was playing. So.
Besides that, I'm a part of LGBT plus community. I'm also mixed, as taking into consideration the ethnicity, because my mother is white and my father is Asian. And first of all, in the primary school, the kids they don't know sometimes their sexualities, and what they see that they see you as a person, and you as a sometimes foreigner, and growing up in a white society, because Poland is still quite homogeneous society that we have, only white Catholic people. That was quite harsh. I didn't realize actually that I was having another type of the skin in my kindergarten, because kids they don't care in the kindergarten. But later on, growing up, it was quite harsh in the primary school and later on, because I was the one who had different color, who's the different color of the skin.
My friends have been knowing for quite a while, almost 10 years, I guess. But coming out for everybody in the work and so on, that has been quite recent, only 3 years ago. Transition is it's an ongoing process. It really never ends. If with the hormone therapy, those are for life. But yeah, I've been in HRT for about 4 years now.
About my sexuality, I don't know, for me it was quite early. I was around 18 it was a little bit earlier for my friends, and to my family I was coming out even last year, and it's still process ongoing, because for straight people, everyone is assuming that you are straight, and no one is taking consideration that you can be LGBT plus community member. That I'm coming out every single day, because people are thinking that I have a wife, and they are so surprised that no, I have a husband. And I think this is quite easier here in Finland. However, it's easier and easier every time when you're saying yes, I'm gay, yes, I have a husband. or have a boyfriend, or if a girl has a girlfriend, it's every time it's easier, but still we have to do it quite often to come out, because it's not only one coming out. It's the new place, new friends. You're standing in the queue talking with people, and you're coming out as well over there. Yeah, it's all the time you are doing the same steps. It's easier, but yeah, what it is. Here in Finland, it's easier to come out at workplace. I know that Claudia Bright-Woody, she's a director at IBM. She did really nice presentation about why we should be open at workplace, and why we should have a secure, diverse environment in the workplace. Because all of those employees who are hiding their sexuality, they are focusing 30% of the 50% of their energy to protect their personality. Can you imagine to be at work and someone is asking you, "Hey, how was your weekend, Arina?" Right? And you are starting wondering, "Yes, I had a really lovely weekend," and then you have to start switching the gender of your partner. For example, you have a partner uh, is a woman, and then you have to start thinking, "Yes, I was with my husband, or my boyfriend, and we went to, I don't know, fishing or what," and you're starting lying all of those people. And first of all, the energy that you are spending to lie, then the stress that you have at the workplace. Then, for example, if you are wearing a wedding ring, then people are starting asking you, "Oh, you're married. What is the name of your wife?" And then someone who is not so open, they are going to say, "Yes, I have a wife, and her name is I don't know, Annu, or whatever." And yeah, this is quite tricky for us, because we have to open all the time, once again, once again, once again. And if the environment in the workplace is not friendly, they cannot be yourself, then the employers are losing the potential from people, because more or less 10% of the workforce in every single company is LGBT plus, and they are using their 30% of the efficiency, their 30% of work efficiency is going to protecting themselves. This, for business, it is pure money, not only from perspective of the human being to accept all of us, but I think that, yeah, this is also the perspective of the business, that people are, they should feel secured at the company. They should feel themselves, and they should not hide or cover themselves. They should not feel threatened by anyone. I came out to my father last year, unfortunately via phone or via Skype or through the video call, uh, because we were engaged with my husband, and it was time to say that to my father. Yeah, and he was quite speechless. But I was so proud of my sister, younger sister, because she told me that she is so proud of me, and she was so happy, and she was so smiling and congratulating us that we are engaged. And yeah, but my father was at the beginning speechless, but I think he's accepting that. But he said that he's not going to share that news with the grandma, with his mother, because she's really old and she might not understand. Yeah, that was quite interesting, because before I came out to my Vietnamese of part of the family, when I was visiting them, they were trying to find me a wife, Vietnamese wife, who will be working very hard on a rice field for me. And that was quite funny. And I was telling them, and once again, I was lying to my own family that I'm not ready yet. I'm trying to find someone, and I was not brave enough to say to them that, "Hey, I'm gay. I'm not going to find a wife for myself." As I said, that we are coming out every day almost. We LGBT plus people every day. We're talking about, oh, we have wives, we have husbands, we are into not only one sex, um, and very often my friends and my colleagues, they were telling me that, hey, you're the first gay I know. You're only one person. And I said, I'm so sure that I'm not the first one, but the previous person was not willing to share with you that information. And they were so surprised that the gay person is not a drag queen in a real life. That I'm not wearing, leather suit, or I don't have some colorful feathers. Uh, they were so surprised yeah. Yeah, I cannot say to young people come out, because it would be maybe brave, but sometimes they have to think about their lives. Sometimes they're living in super orthodox families. Sometimes the families, Muslim families. Sometimes they are super Catholics, and it might be quite tricky for a 16 years old teenager who might be kicked out from the family. I would say they have to be strong, and they have to have found find their own people. They have to have friends whom they can trust. They have to have the system of community to be part of the community, because the community is supportive, and we can support every single LGBT plus person. I think uh, not only with talk, but like in Poland, we have those hostels from LGBT plus teenagers who were kicked out, and yeah, just I will just say that they should be strong and brave, and if they don't have the safe environment, they can wait. It will come. Yeah, but but I think that all of those adults who are still in the closet, if all of us, if all of those LGBT plus people would come out from the closet, the all other people would see how many of us are there, and that we are not so different and that regular person. What it does matter, I think, it's if you're a good person, it should does matter. But any other race, ethnicity, religion, gender doesn't make a difference.